Welcome back to the Comic Book ASM Artist. Today we're going to be reading the 12-page original story from the Walmart exclusive 100-page Batman Giant #1. Also, I want to do a quick shout out to a channel called The Best Gaming. He's a guy who just started a gaming channel. He's trying to grow it, so go check out his channel and make sure to subscribe to him. I will have a link below. One More Chance, Part 1 of 2. Here's that creative talent. And make sure to, if you like this story, go try to find and buy it. Thanks. Gordon, I'll never understand how you can just sneak up on me so easily. One day you'll have to teach me. You called? A week ago, the granddaughter of Mr. and Mrs. Thomas Geeson was kidnapped from their estate and held for ransom. Paycheck Foods Geeson? Yes, the billionaire. He was told by the kidnappers not to get the police involved, so he arranged for the ransom to be paid, and now, a week later, nothing. The girl was never returned, so they contacted us, and we're hitting dead ends everywhere we look. Where are the girl's actual parents? Long dead. Road rage incident with a biker gang. They killed the parents right in front of the daughter, Anna. She was 6 at the time. The crash itself left her deaf. The mother's parents, the Geesons, took custody and been looking after her ever since. We're trying to keep this story out of the news for obvious reasons. Understood. Thomas has been a big supporter of my department, and it's important that you already left, didn't you? I gotta learn how to do that. You think the kidnappers will hurt the girl? Too many variables and not enough information to make an educated guess. There are 3 different types of kidnapping, Alfred. First is a family one, committed by parents or relatives. A large percentage involve female perpetrators. The second is acquaintance kidnapping, occurring at homes and residences, mostly executed by juvenile perpetrators. The last is stranger kidnapping, usually involving female victims, occurring primarily at outdoor locations away from the home. I saw that with these types of cases, the children eventually return home unharmed. That would be good, but focusing on the information at hand. The security system they use at the Geeson mansion is somewhat impenetrable. Cameras surround the entire area. It has to be someone who has a prior understanding of the perimeters to have been successfully breached the area without triggering any alarms. So, inside job with someone on staff? Everyone's been interviewed and cleared, but Gordon got me access to their main security server, and I found some videos from a year before that interest me. I noticed on a few tapes that the head of security, Patrick Crown, is seen coming and going from the main house at odd hours. This happens enough times that I was able to identify his walk and posture. All I see is a quick flash of a shoe or the top of a head in the corners of the frames. Right. And as the recordings become more current, we see less and less, and then nothing. Since he runs surveillance, my guess is he's figured out how to maneuver in and out of the estate without being caught on screen or having to erase the actual footage. Maybe he has a lady friend he visits, or a drinking habit. Both reasonable conclusions. Either way, I'm going to have a visit with them all. There's more to this than these files are conveying. Sir, so you know, we have been going over these files for 11 hours. It's 7 in the morning. Might I suggest some sleep while I relay to the commissioner your request to interview the family? What would I do without you, Alfred? Sleep less? Touché. A big part of breaking a case is processing the information and utilizing all your resources. Meeting the people in this young girl's life will give me insight beyond anything presented in the file. Thanks for taking the time to talk to me. Are we expecting your head of security, Mr. Crown? Victoria, have you heard back from that idiot Patrick? I'll call again. He's been out sick, and my guess is he hasn't checked his messages. It's not like him, though. I hope nothing is wrong. The detective's file said there were no signs of a break-in. May I ask who was with Anna last, before she was noticed missing? Victoria put her to sleep after dinner that evening. That's correct. I went back to check on her before I turned in for the night, and she was gone. It wasn't long before we got the call asking for $10 million for her return. I just don't understand why they won't give Anna back. They got their money. What more do they want? Can you think of anyone who might want to cause you any... Stop. Are you asking if I have enemies? What person with my wealth doesn't? Every single person I ever hired and then fired for their shortcomings would rather place the blame on me than face their own inadequacies. Are you here to harass me or find my granddaughter? Do whatever it takes to bring our granddaughter back. We'll make it worth your while, Caped Crusader. Did he just offer me a reward? All I care about is having my little girl back home safely, Batman. Tell me a little about Anna. I know she watched her parents get killed in front of her at a young age. How has it affected her? She was very young when that happened, and we try not to discuss it. Otherwise, she's intelligent and, like all girls her age, very curious. I've been looking after her for many years, and we have a very special bond. She's like a daughter to me. A search of the room and grounds makes me think the most obvious suspect might be the best one to start with. Next stop, Chinatown, to have a talk with Mr. Crown, head of security. Whoever was here took off in a hurry. The stovetop's still warm. Someone's on the fire escape. Crown. Patrick Crown, you know why I'm here. Please, you gotta help me. Help me first. Where is Anna? How should I know? I gave someone information on how to get into the Geeson home, but I thought they were gonna rob it, not kidnap that dear girl. Who did you give the information to? I have no idea. Someone texted me that they knew my past record, and if I didn't give them what they wanted, they'd expose me. Please, get me down. And how did you know I was coming here? Same person texted me saying you were heading my way. You still have the phone? In my pocket. Take it. Do whatever you want, but please don't let me die. Yes, Alfred, I just forwarded you the text from his phone. Any luck figuring out whose number this is? It's untraceable to a person, but with this program I have, I'm able to trace the location of the sender. Sir, you're not going to like it. The Monarch Theater. Memories wash over me of another lifetime before the darkness. The theater was spectacular, the attention to detail overwhelming for a boy of my age. It was as if the gods created this opulent palace of gold and satin just for me. I can still remember the feel of the crushed velvet seats against my skin and the arms of my parents brushing against me on both sides. I can't remember feeling safer and more loved than that night. My mother continued laughing even after the audience stopped. This only caused my father to laugh even more. Their joy was contagious. I wish I could have stayed in that moment for eternity. I wonder why the boss needed us back here. Look. Am I dreaming, or is that Batman standing in the middle of the street waiting for us to run him over? Frank, that guy put me behind bars for 5 years. You're not the only one. Hang on, boys. This is gonna be messy. To be continued. Alright, that's gonna do it for now. You all have a good night. Or day, whichever. Also, too, this is a brand new screen capturing app I'm using. Let me know if you enjoy the videos done in this manner. I will be able to do more variety of content with this. So, if you want to see a bunch more comic book readings, let me know what you think. Hopefully you enjoy it. This is as close to my original recording as I wanted to do with my old software I had, which didn't let me switch to the next panels fast enough. So hopefully you enjoy this. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. See you all again. Thanks. Bye.